Hey, what is going on, guys? Me, Kova, and welcome back to another episode of Transfer Gossip. We've got a little one today. There's nothing major going on, but there is a few interesting rumours all the same. So make sure you do subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get straight into it. We are starting off with Maguire. Now, I don't know. This guy's done alright for Hull City, let's be honest. He seems to work hard. He really wants to play in the first 11, but I'm not overly impressed. But that hasn't deterred some interest in him from Everton. They're still interested in trying to get this Hull centre back. Obviously, he is about I think he's like 6 foot, like 4 or 5, something like that. He's absolutely massive. I say he's done alright for Hull, but they still have been conceding quite a lot. He come in when Livermore got sold off, and he's done an alright job. I'm not gonna lie, but is he like top 6 standard? I'm not too sure. Maybe he can be. Maybe he can push on and get better. But Everton will be the club who are trying to get him from Hull. Again, I think it will be on the basis of whether they go down or not, although that didn't stop them selling 2 of the best players before. Next up is Defoe. The rumour is finally dead. He is not coming to the Prem. It is over. At long time, he has been linked with a move to Liverpool. That is now completely dead and gone. He's a confirmed deal that he is going to Borussia Dortmund from Borussia Mönchengladbach. So he's not actually moving that far. They are in the same city. Again, the whole rumour that he was going to end up going to Liverpool in the summer has now been killed off. He has signed a deal to go to Dortmund for an undisclosed fee. Manchester United want to get Eric Dyer from Tottenham. I can't see this happening, although it is still a rumour all the same. I think it would cost like at least 40 million plus to try and get Dyer. I think he's a great player. He is prone to mistakes, let's be honest, but all English kind of defensive-minded players are. So yeah, I think he'd be looking at least 45 million to try and get him off Tottenham, and even then, I don't think Tottenham would sell to a rival anymore. Van Dijk is next up. Obviously, he should be announced he's injured till the summer, and Chelsea confident of beating Manchester City in a £50 million move to get Van Dijk anyway. So I think his injury must just be till the summer. Then it'll be healed, and he'll be able to go for a transfer. He said he's happy at Southampton. He's just been made captain. But money does talk, and unfortunately Southampton do have a habit of selling the best players for big cash rewards. Next up is Tolisso. He's a Spanish international playing in League One for Lyon. Barcelona and Arsenal are both set to battle out for the 22-year-old midfielder. He's having a great season at Lyon at the moment. And to be honest, I'm not too sure where he'd go. At the end of the day, Lyon have played hardball recently in terms of their transfers. Lacazette wanted to go last summer and is only being granted his move this summer instead. Tolisso, I'm not too sure. I think they may sell him. They are being prone to sell few anyway. And especially with Barca come knocking, I could see him going there. Next up is Nadiem Amiri. He is a player for Hoffenheim. And he's getting linked with a move to Tottenham. Now, 1996, that means he's about 20. And he's obviously come through in that Hoffenheim team that have been doing excellently in the Bundesliga this season. They've been really pushing on to try and get a European place. And I think they may actually get there. Next up is Castillejo. He is a winger for Villarreal. He can play both left mid and right mid, and a trio of Premiership clubs are interested in the Villarreal winger. Now, there's no actual names given in terms of who's interested in, but if I had to put any type of assumption of what clubs they'd be at, I guess Everton may be in the running. I'd like to imagine Liverpool could possibly be in the running for a natural winger. And maybe a team such as Southampton or Tottenham might also be interested in. That's just my guesses. Again, it is just a trio of Prem clubs. There's been no names listed on there. Max Meyer's next up. He's obviously come out recently, said he's 50-50 to go. He was linked to Spurs. However, Liverpool are now interested in him. They are joining in the race to try and get Max Meyer, who was dubbed the German Del Ali. I'm not too sure about that. He's a lot smaller than Del Ali. But having said that, he does have the skills to back it up. I say it could end up being a battle between Spurs and Liverpool. I think his contract does run out soon as well, so he could be going on a little bit of a cheaper deal. Next up is a guy called Patrick Schick. He is a Czech Republic striker. He has been watched by both Tottenham and Arsenal over a £21 million move. He currently plays for Sampdoria, linking up with Muriel very well. I think he's scored about 11 goals, Schick, and Muriel 10. So they've had a nice little partnership up there at Sampdoria, trying to push on in Serie A. Jermaine Defoe, I think he's kind of the biggest story in this. He's set to spark a huge transfer battle should Sunderland go down. He has a clause in his contract saying that he can leave should Sunderland get relegated. I'm not too sure what fee. It might actually be a free deal. I think he can literally just go and find a new club. No money would be involved. So obviously that means, let's be honest, Sunderland, I'd put money on Sunderland going down. So it looks like it may happen. I can imagine like the likes of West Ham, Stoke, Bournemouth, all kinds of clubs are going to be interested. Even the clubs coming up, Newcastle, Brighton might take a shot at Defoe as well. He will score your goals. That's the key thing. So you could see a huge amount of clubs going in for him. Marco Asensio is next up. Both Liverpool and Arsenal won the 21-year-old from Real Madrid. He came through as a product of their academy, pretty much whilst they had their transfer ban, and he kind of made a name for himself, kind of got on the first team quite a few times. However, I'm guessing Real Madrid are going to splash big now that they can do in the summer, and that may see Asensio go and basically have a chance in the Prem. Samir Nasri is next up. He is set to end his Manchester City stay. Obviously, currently on loan at Sevilla. Galatasaray won him on a permanent deal. I can imagine that he would go on a free. I'm pretty sure his contract's about to run up. And he will end up in Turkey in probably a nice figure. Next up is Dries Mertens. We've mentioned them before about a move away from Napoli. It kind of always gets linked with Manchester United. They're ready to double his wages of the Napoli forward to get him in. And obviously, I'm guessing he'd play off Ibrahimovic, maybe. He'd play like a cam role. You'd have obviously Ibra up front, Mkhitaryan on one side, maybe Mata the other side. It looked quite good a team if they can get Mertens in. He's a really exciting player, and I'd like to see him in the Prem. Johan Cabaye may be leaving the Prem, however. He is keen to join Marseille this summer and head back to France in a similar scenario to Payet, except obviously I don't think he'll kick his toys out the pram and force the move. And finally, we end on Muriel. As we mentioned before, his strike partner, Schick, is watched by both Tottenham and Arsenal. However, Liverpool are interested in the Colombian Muriel from Sampdoria. As mentioned, he was kind of a hot prospect at one point when he very first broke through in Italian football. Kind of died down a bit, but he's been having a great season at Sampdoria and works really hard for the team, which is kind of the key in the Liverpool move, I believe. So you go with that is the team that we are rocking. I think, as I say, the main one for me is Defoe. Taliso actually comes from as French, but I'm pretty sure he does have dual nationality as Spanish and French. But if you did enjoy it, make sure you do drop a like, and I shall see you in the next one.